Oh, welcome back. Man, thank you. Thank you. Welcome back to the Will Edwards Show. We are excited. Our special guest has a show at the Quad called Comedy in Action. He is Jeff Civillico.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm great.
Man, thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, I'm going to start this interview off with a huge apology. We had.
He doesn't do that often, though.
No, this doesn't happen often. We had Turf on the show,
Oh,
who
yeah.
was the opening
Of course.
act of your show, and I proceeded to butcher your name severely.
Oh, that's
I mean, there was a white and
right.
black rug, and after the butchering is red and black. So I come to apologize.
He has a hard time with the name Jeff, so he apologizes.
No, that's great. I'm glad you had Turf on. He's awesome, isn't he?
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Freaked me out.
I know.
That guy he's very talented.
I watch every day.
Do
I
you?
know.
Do you wince every day?
I stand in the back. I'm like, yes. Oh, dear God. That's not right.
How do you?
It's not good,
It's
yeah.
not supposed to go that way.
It's not.
But tell us
it
about
does,
the show, man.
It's a high energy comedy show. Is kind of how we book it. It's family friendly, so you can bring the kiddos along. It's not a kiddie show by any means. There's a lot of innuendos. A lot of the visual is for the kids, and the verbals flying way over their heads, going for the adults.
Nice.
But it's an afternoon show as well, so it's a little more economical.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Nice.
It's great for me personally. I've got my days and I've got my nights. 4 o'clock is that kind of dead hour before dinner. It's been fun. We've had a good time
You guys are doing good over there.
Yeah, we went from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, so we're moving on up. 4 o'clock is the new 7, really. That's what I always say. Yes. So
I love it. Now you do juggling on there as well.
I
You
do.
do some crazy unicycle stuff. We do that all the time here. John Paul and I.
I've been known to juggle.
Yeah.
I've been known to juggle some things.
that was wise.
That was very wise.
Thank you very much.
That was
I
great.
kept thinking there was going to be more.
No, there's
Well, I
never
can't.
more.
I'm not
that
allowed
was
to
it.
talk about what I juggle
No.
because we are on TV.
Thank
boy.
you. But you got started. I think I read your kid and you were out and there was a street performer and he was juggling and
Yep.
you just got mesmerized by it.
Yeah, I was picked to be a volunteer when I
nice.
was a little kid, and yeah, it kind of started it all for me. And then it's funny because I was picked to be a volunteer in a juggling show. So then my parents bought me a book on juggling, because they kind of helped support, and I was really into this show. And then from there I started doing magic and started doing these little variety shows in my kitchen, which were awesome.
Wow. Do we have any video?
I don't think. No, I don't
we
think
do.
so.
We found some video. We're gonna cut to the video. No, I'm kidding. We don't have any video at all. But that would have been awesome, wouldn't it have been?
I have some very embarrassing pictures that I actually show in my show at the Quad. I'm rocking a little confetti vest and bow tie full of zits and glee. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But
The good old days.
yeah.
We gotta get those then. We have to get those then.
Yeah, the juggling was always kind of a medium for me, because I just liked being on stage, I liked being in front of people, but I didn't really know how to connect with them. So, you do juggling tricks and magic tricks, and then now when I look at my show, it's really a comedy show where, there's stunts, there's physical comedy, there's some juggling, there's some balancing, it's a little bit of everything.
Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's like a variety show.
Oh, interesting. Who is your role model? I read that too.
Man, I love Brian Regan, the comedian, Brian Regan. He's just fantastic. He's clean. My show is a clean comedy show, and he's one of those guys. He's like a comics comic. I mean, comics really hold him in high esteem because he's just so brilliant. While being clean, he's very rubbery, physical, visual. I feel like I am as well. Of course, the greats. Jerry Seinfeld, I love, and Steve
John
Martin.
Paul's a huge fan.
Oh yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld fan.
Yeah, so I would say, I love Jim Carrey, too. People a lot of times are like, who you remind me of? Jim Carrey. I'm like, I never heard that before. But thank you.
That's a first. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. Well, we're gonna come back. We're gonna find out a little more about what Jeff is doing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this.
My name is Kelly Schwartz, and I'm an independent filmmaker here in Las Vegas. My wife Charisma and I started the Indie Film Factory less than a year ago, simply because we wanted a place for filmmakers to bring their visions and their films to life. Not only is the Indie Film Factory a great place to shoot commercials and music videos and scenes for your film, but it's also a great place to hold workshops, to do casting sessions, and it's also a really great place if you're a video professional and you don't have a studio space for your clients to meet in. The Indie Film Factory is definitely the place you need to check out.
Welcome back to the Will Edwards Show, Jeff Civillico! Wow, look at that. Not only can he balance the chair on his chin, he makes it disappear. That is phenomenal.
Wow.
Good job, man.
How long did it take you to learn that?
How do you learn
I mean, really,
I've honestly been, I know this is kind of a cop-out response, but I learned everything that I do in my show, all the basics, balancing, juggling, I learned it when I was a kid. I honestly
now it's
don't
just-
even remember.
right.
Yeah, you always learn things easier when you pick things up faster when you're a
Right.
kid. I can't, man, if I were to try to do new things in the show now that I do, but it's very difficult, it's like, man, I should have learned this when I was 9. Would have been a lot easier. So I can't even remember. The balancing, honestly, everything's the same. A chair, a juggling club, a tennis racket, a ladder, even, it's all the same. That's kind of a misconception. People think like, oh, he's balancing a chair. It must be harder than like the juggling club or like a plunger or something. It's all the same, really. Once you know how to balance, you kind of figure it out.
Wow.
You
It's pretty good. Now you, sir,
Thanks.
are very active in the community, giving back. You have your win-win.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
if you need an understudy.
Oh, don't give him that. Don't give him that.
Horrible idea. Horrible
Man,
idea.
don't give him that. He'll just break the whole thing.
Well,
But you-
drunk as well. They're making it even more impressive.
Are you kidding? I do most things drunk.
It'll just be a smashing show. Just crash into things all night long. I think that's what it comes down to. But you have Win-Win Entertainment. Tell everybody about that.
Win-Win Entertainment is a legal 501c3 nonprofit I founded a couple years back now, and it's going better than I could have ever hoped for.
I think it's very cool. I think it's very cool.
Yeah,
that
well,
you're
I
doing it.
appreciate you coming to our event at Carmine's, our performer outreach event,
Yep.
back in August.
I signed up.
Very cool of you. I know.
signed up.
Yeah, no, I know.
No one's called me yet.
I've got big plans for
Uh-oh.
Will Edwards Show and Win-Win Entertainment. Yes. Win-Win, it was created, the name obviously, because we match performers with charity events. So we are creating a win-win situation because you have charities in Las Vegas that are looking to find talent for all these big events that they have, and you have on the other side talent who they're looking to get involved. They want to give back to the community. They just don't really know how. So we help kind of channel their passions and their talents.
Dude, I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was phenomenal. I watched the whole thing, and I thought it was brilliant.
Thanks.
And we appreciate you for doing it. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of charities are getting a lot out of that, and so are the entertainment.
We've done a good 30, 35 events so far. We average 1 or 2 a month. And everybody seems to be loving the idea. It seems like it was really filling an actual need here in Las Vegas. That's kind of how it happened very organically. I started kind of matching up performers at charity events, and then I realized, hey, this is something that could, use to be, actually established as a full charity and with a board and meetings and staff and everything. So yeah, we're growing at a very nice pace.
That's great. Thank you for doing that. That's great. Thank you. And a couple weeks ago, you took a plunge.
Oh yeah.
The word on the street is you took a plunge.
I did, yeah, Over the Edge for Special Olympics, Nevada. Have you heard of Over the Edge?
I have.
Thank you. It's a great, such an awesome event. What you do is you raise money. You need to raise $1,000 to qualify as a rappeller, and then it happened at the Rio for the first year, and then now it's at Planet Hollywood. You actually rappel down the side of the building. Terrifying. Terrifying, but fun, and you're doing it for a good cause.
No,
so.
it's fantastic.
I did it on my unicycle. That was
and off with the unicycle off the side of the building.
Yeah, the guys were they were up top. They were pretty cool. They were pretty cool with it. I couldn't believe how laid back it was. Actually, they removed the scaffolding. They duct taped my feet to the pedals. Very official. They sent me over the edge.
Wow.
On a unicycle.
On a
Listen,
unicycle.
someone sent me a message and said, hey, Will, you should do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my response was, hell no.
no.
In the words of Oprah Winfrey in Color Purple, hell's no.
We'll do a tandem. You and I will do
you know,
it together.
if you want to
We
do
could
it off
cry
the
whole way
curb,
down.
jump off the curb, I'll do that. But I think it's great. I think it's
You
great.
should, man. You should.
No.
You could get a team together. You realize, so you could have the Will Edwards Show team and have the whole cast and crew, right?
Jump off the building.
Think of how much. If you were each raising $1,000, think of how much money you could raise for Special Olympics.
Can I raise the money without jumping off a building? Would that work?
I don't know. I guess it just wouldn't be as much
Dude,
fun.
I'm sweating. I'm sweating thinking of it
Sweating
all over
profusely.
me. I'm sweating. Well, we want to thank you for being here. We appreciate what you're doing. Go to the Quad. See comedy in action. Just do it. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Jeff Civillico. We'll be right back right after this.
Thank you very much.